Hello and welcome to another exciting episode. We're on our way to Chongqing. We're taking a subway to the airport, so we're arriving very soon. And here we are, almost there. So this is the Dashing Airport. Justin is there. Okay, I got my security check and everything. I'm waiting for Justin to come through, and then we walk towards departure. And here is he. Let's go. Take a look, following to the departure lounge. And here we are, we have entered into the departure lounge. So this is a domestic section of the Dashing International Airport, and you can see that it looks absolutely incredibly beautiful. It's massive, it's huge, and as you can see, there are a number of gates, so we're going towards our gate number 37. And look at that, there's a lot to shop around. You have Balenciaga, you have Hermes, Louis Vuitton, you can have everything that you name it at Dashing International Airport. Alright, let's just keep moving, keep going towards our lounge. And now we are heading towards the business class lounge, and I'll show you. That's China Southern's business class lounge in Dashing International Airport. Look absolutely stunning. I mean, of course, you know, there are countries where they have the best lounges, but China has one of the best lounges in the world. One of the nicest things are these pods, like these are massage chairs in the business class lounge. Look how lovely they are. You just scan your code. And here we are waiting for our flight on the way to Chongqing. Off we go. Because it's 737, it's a smaller aircraft, so we are quite excited. Justin is taking us, guiding us through, and because it's a smaller aircraft, so we're kind of going a bit down. And here you can see our aircraft, and there we go, finding our seats. And our favorite seat. This is our favorite seat in Asia. Even if it's an hour flight, they serve you. Anyway, I'm not going to show you the whole flight, and now we are almost about to land, and we're going to disembark the aeroplane, and here we are going to Chongqing, our next destination. So here we are. We are off to Chongqing, and this is Chongqing International Airport. So we just finished 2 hours flight, and we just arrived. So let me show you a bit of Chongqing International Airport. We are off to claim our baggage. I'll show you around a little bit. So we're waiting for our luggage. We got it, and now we are getting out of the arrival hall. So just a bit wait. It's a very nice and smooth flight. So we are at the T3. We're getting out of the arrival hall and going to go and get the taxi. And this is the airport. These are the Chongqing taxis, also known as Ferraris, because they drive really fast in Chongqing, so they've been famous for being called Ferraris. But yeah, I have experienced that. And here is the way to our hotel in Chongqing. We arrived, just checking in. We got our card, and we're going up to our room, and that is our hotel that we're staying. This is our room. And it's kind of like an apartment, but it's such a lovely place to stay for the next couple of days. So this is just a quick show of the apartment that we're staying in, and that's the view from our window. We've got 360 kind of view from our bedroom. Such a lovely, amazing view. We love it. So it wasn't that expensive, it wasn't really cheap, but it's good for us for a few days. Let's explore Chongqing. It's almost 8 o'clock, quite vibrant, lovely. It's really lit up, small little shops. I'm kind of loving it. Absolutely fantastic and beautiful. Chongqing is very famous for hot pot and spicy foods. Wherever you go, anywhere, people are just queuing up for hot and spicy food. As you can see, this is just a street food, but it's really, really spicy. Famous for spicy noodles and spicy hot pot. We also tried some of the food in our, kind of walking nearby the city center. And it's a food street, famous Chongqing food street, and you just name it, there are tons and tons of restaurants, and, it's just so amazing to see that till very late night people are all out. Right now it's almost 12 midnight and it's just so busy, so you can imagine that early hours of the evening can be even busier than this. Yep, and now we are entering to the restaurant that we want to go and eat some spicy food. So here we are. This is the place we are going to eat. Order some kind of food, and that's their menu. Everything is just spicy. Yep. Okay, so I'll show you some dishes. And here is a peekaboo to the food that we ordered. It was really, really spicy. And after food, we are heading towards the famous square. The square that where you are on the ground floor, but literally then when you walk to the other side, you come to the 25th floor. It's like that. So we're heading towards that. But Chongqing has some, feelings of like a very complex city. It does feel sometimes like you're walking in Hong Kong, just because of the elevation of the streets. And this building is particularly called chopstick, so it's designed in a look like the end of the chopsticks poking out. It's very unique, quite nice and lovely, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. So here is where we are at the main square, where you can see that it looks you are being on the ground floor, and then you go on the other side, it makes you feel like you are on the 25th floor. Yep. And these are very beautiful fruit, peaches. They look artificial, but they're not. Chongqing is a city of light. No matter wherever you go, it's always lit up. As you can see here, the whole place is just absolutely packed with people, and it's all lit up, and it's just incredible. Chongqing's nightlife is absolutely incredible. Everything is just lit up, so you can see that I walked around any corner of the city and it just lit up in the evening. It absolutely looked beautiful. So we are here at one of the squares where was a time when it was very difficult for everybody to get a hot water. So here that you can see there are symbolic flasks where it shows that people in the old days used to come and collect hot water flasks here. So the entire city was supplied water here. So it was just nice to be in touch with the history. Okay, so let's keep moving and show you a bit more about the city. And here we are in the center square. Looks absolutely lovely. You see there is a hospital right now. We are on the ground floor and literally level up with the street. So all I have to do is just to walk a little bit over there. As you can see, I walk a bit there, and here we are at the main square. It looks like on the ground floor and a square, but to be very honest, it's not what you see. So what you get to see is you just go any side of the square and you see that you are on the 20th floor at one corner, and then you are on the other corner that you are probably on the 12th floor. So here we go. I'm on the ground floor, but let me show you. Look at that. You're basically on the 25th floor. Isn't it incredible? So I started with the ground floor, and here I am on the 22nd floor. That's just incredible. This is Chongqing. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, it is a city where you can eat the most spiciest food in across China, and I'm taking you just to show you what does the food look like. Anything you go in food court, all you see is the spicy food. We did try some spicy food, but obviously that it's been ages since I've stopped eating spicy food, so it was a bit spicy for me. Even just a small spice was hot spicy, and it's incredible. Look at this, all kind of meat, and here we go. So they don't only eat spicy food, but you see all kind of scorpions and then I don't know what else, all type of insects. Oh my god, I don't even know what they are, but they were all crunchy little insects for people to try. I didn't try. And here we are outside, and I also spotted big chili hot pot area that you can see here. It's the hot pot spice that you can use to make your hot pot. It's just a special place where you can buy some cheap hot pot sauces, and look at that, big blocks look really spicy. Even I can sniff it and I feel it, it's so spicy. Alright, it's time for us to say good night, and I'll wake up tomorrow morning with another part of city to show you around. So right now, good night and see you tomorrow morning. Alright, and here is good morning. This is what you wake up to. I'm trying to undraw the curtains and see, and to show you a bit of my my view. Yep, this is my view. Waking up to Chongqing. It's cloudy, not really sunny, but good. It's breakfast time, and Justin is enjoying his Chongqing breakfast. Look, he's trying to hot Chongqing noodles. He's happy. Look at him, look delicious. I didn't try, but here we go again, the view that we had. Look, absolutely stunning from our room in the hotel. That is just absolutely incredible. It reminds me of my time in New York, where I was staying in Manhattan in America, New York, and it feels the same way. So let's go and explore more. So this is also a very famous part of Chongqing, where you're on the ground floor, but basically here you feel like you're on the 12th floor. There are so many places like this in Chongqing where you go mad that you were basically on the ground floor, but you ended up on the 20th floor or the 25th floor. So do you see that? This is just incredible. And I actually spoke to a lady as well. Let me walk you through this. So we're walking now from ground floor to the 10th or the 12th floor. So this bridge connects ground floor to the buildings to the 10th floor, and that's where we're walking now. So let's keep going. Look at that, scary, isn't it? So this is what Chongqing is famous for. It's high-rise and ambiguous ground floor to the 10th floor. Yeah, and this is the lady. I asked her what floor she is, and she says she's on the 10th floor. It was very funny. Yeah, really, look at that. Look at that view. We are on the 12th floor. From going from a ground floor, and all of a sudden you ended up at the 12th floor. So yep, and now I want to show you where I am on the ground floor, and all of a sudden it becomes so high for me and become a 12th floor. Just keep moving and look at that. That's where I was early on that bridge, and this is the ground floor. It's all on the other side, is all ground floor, and yeah, I am in Chongqing. Absolutely incredible. I really think Chongqing is so worth visiting. If you are in China, you must come to visit Chongqing. It's absolutely beautiful, incredibly beautiful. And now let me show you Chongqing's famous cable car. We tried that too, but on next day, but today I just want to show you this is one of the famous cable cars. Yep, and now we are walking towards those cable cars, and we're going to take them later on. Yep, here we are, the old temple. It looks beautiful. It was a good experience getting to know a bit about temples in Chongqing. Had to spend some time, walk through, and enjoyed it.
and now Justin's trying his luck buying a lottery, and let's see what he's gonna get. I think he won about 20 yuan. I think so. Yeah, he did get 20 yuan. Anyway, he did win. Alrighty, so let's carry on. There's a lot to show you in this video. It's because it's about 20 minutes long vlog that we're working on, so I'm gonna wrap it up and try to talk as much as I can and show you as much as I could. But let's move on outside temple now. Okay, so here we are at the old area of Chongqing, and here we are at the post office coffee shop, and that's the view outside, and we will be heading towards our famous cable car. We're going to take that ride. You see the bridge, the famous bridge, and obviously this is all Chongqing. But before we move to that, this is right now, I mentioned earlier that there is a Ferrari, and we are actually taking that yellow cab that is famous for being called Ferrari, and we are in this one. But this route seems to be quite nice, and it's not really driving in a high speed, but it does feel like it. So inside you don't feel it like a yellow, but that's what the outside it looks like. And here we are approaching to the famous landmark in Chongqing, the metro that goes through the building. So I'll show you in a second that what does it feels like it. And yeah, it's incredible. People doing a normal business, they have the shops there in that building. That's where the train goes through. And in a minute I'll show you, look at that, trains coming out of that building, how fascinating and incredible it is. But let me show you, that's where we stood up and to watch, and that's where the train comes in and out of that building. Yes, it is so true. So if you're in Chongqing, you can, you know, literally experience that. And there we go, that's where the train's approaching, the subway, the metro, that's approaching, and it will go through that building. Actually, that building is a metro station, so it stops there and it goes through inside the building. And I did take that part as well, so I'm going to show you a little one. There we go, exciting. There you go, the whole train goes in, and I'm showing you here just to show that I was there, you know, showing my face. That's where the trains basically coming in and going inside the building here. There we go. Quite a few fascinating parts. How amazing that is, isn't it? Okay, I'm just trying to eat that train up. It goes all in my body. Alright, now we are in the old town. It's where they have a art area, and in Chongqing it used to be a part of Sichuan. So it's Sichuan Art University, but belongs to Chongqing, so they have a lot of art and graffiti that you get to see it. So enjoy that part, but not much of commentary to go. I leave you all there to enjoy this part of the city. Okay. And we are now going back to Beijing, so the trip to Chongqing is coming to an end. Chongqing Airport. Everything is free of cost, unlike in Europe. You have to pay €2 each time on the trolley, and here in China, very modern. Inside the airport you can use them. So this is Chongqing International Airport. We are now heading back to Beijing. Let's go and rest a little bit. Let's rest. And we are disembarked. Thank you for a great flight. Bye, handsome. That's on the way out, collecting our luggage. And we are collecting our luggage. Then we're gonna go. This is Daxing's arrival. Looks absolutely stunningly beautiful. And this is my bag. This is Daxing International Airport's domestic arrival. And this is the exit. This is the exit, and when you make an exit, you go straight to the subway to catch the train to the city. And this is it.
Please take the next.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of Chongqing. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back with another episode somewhere in the world in some amazing city. Till then, goodbye and keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the like button. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.